Okay guys, I'm just here to simply show you guys how to change around colors. If you guys get a border, you don't like the color, you want to change something, this is using the GIMP program. Uh, I currently am running a green border around my setup and things like that. So that's what this is basically here to just show you guys, okay? So if you have any questions, just leave a comment and I can try to answer you. I can try to help you run through the understanding of GIMP and things like that, but just let me know if you guys have any questions. So, okay, so you guys can see the green border that I have currently around my name and my camera. I created those myself. I've done all of my artwork. But basically this video is to show you guys what I did here. I made this one red. If you guys are wondering how to turn around and make these things change colors or whatever, it's very, very simple. If you've already got a transparent background, which is great. If you don't, you need to right click, go down to image, go to, or not image, go to layers. Yeah, layers. Go to transparency and make sure you have alpha, to add the alpha channel. If you don't have the alpha channel, you cannot make it in invis. Once you make it transparent, you add that alpha color. You would go up here to the magic looking wand thingy, end up clicking on the inside. Now you can see that there's a random like moving border. Anything that's inside of that, you would turn around and you would click edit and you'd cut. That's exactly what I do. I just cut that and it would remove anything and now would be transparent. But since we've already got a transparency, that's not what we're worried about. Here, I'm going to show you guys how to change the colors. So go up here, make a new layer, make sure it's the same size as whatever you've got. Go over to paint. Say you want to make it pink. We'll go with pink. Oh my god, we have a pink border. No. Okay, so you have this. You need to make sure that no matter what, your border is the bottom one, because that's what's going to be seen. This is overlapping that border. Then you go through, you find one of these things up in like the mode. You can go up here, value. Value doesn't do much. It didn't really change the color. Here you can hit color. The minute you hit color, it automatically takes over. Now, the problem that you're going to run into, and a lot of people don't think that, they're like, oh my god, I've got it, we're good, we're golden, whatever. Not all colors will take on that red. So if it doesn't, all you do is you go up here and you duplicate your layer. I duplicate anywhere between 2 and 4. But if you look, and it's really hard to see, but just look down here where my mouse is at. There's one layer. There's two. You see the difference? One's lighter because it's got the red, so it's got more of a red tint. This one's darker. And then I put the next one on there, which doesn't do much, but it does in the sense of the line right here. It's really hard to tell. We'll go to the 400. It's just enough that I can see where it's light right here, it's darker. That's the only difference. So if you want it to be that darker, so you know it's all straight 100% purple, you take that, turn around, go to image up on top, or hit Control M, merge your visible layers. Now you have your purple border. And that, again, works with any color that you guys want, okay? So even though I'm not changing it because that's not what I need to do, I'm going to just delete the layers because I don't need them. I just wanted you guys to see how to do that. That way we're ahead of schedule. I'm actually going to be putting on a, where is it? His cam box that I was making. I'm hoping it's there. I don't think it is. Dang it. And I don't think it took the dang cam box. Damn it. Discord games. Yeah, it didn't. I had a feeling it may not have taken because OBS decided to crash on me. So that was a thing. So we'll just go up, and I'm going to grab mine. So border. Oh, we'll just grab my cam box. So my cam box is green. So now we're going to end up doing the exact same thing, and we're just going to make the layer, paint it red, drop it on, you know, the use. What I just showed you guys. So you guys are going to see it again. Which we don't need it that big. So we don't want to make it uber, because I'm not worried about going over everything else. So here we're going to, actually I should have just left that. What am I doing? Because everything's together. Now we're going to go color. And we're going to, sorry again for my kids. We're going to dupe. Actually, so that's actually a really good one for me to show you guys right here. Here you go. Okay, green, red. If you guys look right around the edge, it's orange. Now it's red. Now it's dark red. Now it matches up top. So we'll turn around and we'll take that out. We'll go edit our images. We'll go to merge visible. Now we're golden. So now that we have that cam box, there we go. I was a little worried for a second. We're going to turn around and we're going to take the cam box and we're going to move it up here so we can put the cam there, and then we'll duplicate layer, grab, and we'll move. Okay, so we're going to do this, but this one, you have this big old box around it. It happens. So you just got to kind of work around it and make sure you're, you know, good to go. We're going to scale that. We're going to move it again, because this box is going to be for his chat, and this one's going to be for his cam. So we'll do that. I don't know. I'm almost thinking we should put his box underneath. What you guys think? Should we do... I asked you guys, and you guys can't even respond to me yet. That was weird. I'm wondering... See, mine's all set up the same way. Like, I don't know if you guys can see it, but I'll switch it over really quick so you guys can kind of see. So, like, here's my intermission screen. It's got my cam box. It's got my chat box. I kind of like how it's set up so you can have other things and stuff like that. So, sorry, you guys heard my rain in the background. I think that might be good for that. So, we got to do something here. For some reason, down here has got a bit of a line. So it got moved. Somehow I ended up grabbing it and moving it, and I did not like that. There we go. That's better. So we'll go back to our 50 so we can kind of see. Like, I have my words where it says born lucky, but I'm going to leave him space to do, you know, whatever he wants to do right here. But I think that's what I was trying to do. And then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make a shadow box behind it. So I'm going to create a new layer. We'll just go with the same size. We're going to turn around and make it black. We're going to paint it. Then we're going to downsize it because we don't need it that big. We'll scale it. We'll grab and we'll pull. I'll make this bigger so we can actually 100% see what the hell we're doing. That's got to go to there. Take that down a little bit. Take that up a little bit. Okay. It looks like we're golden. Okay, so there's that. And then we're going to go over here and we're just going to take the transparency down to 50, I think would be good. Then he has a shadow box. So, because the problem that you run into is when you have your chat going is the writing itself is white. So you want to make sure no matter what, people can see what's being written. So I think this setup would actually be really, really good. But like I said, anybody, you guys can do what you want. You could literally turn around and blend these two together. But what I would recommend doing is before you turn around and merge the boxes together, make sure you have the transparency to where you want it, because if you turn around and merge these two together, and then you turn around and try to make the transparency less, you will mess yourself up because the transparency will actually dim down the border as well. In OBS, you can do that. You can do it in the, I think it's color correction, and you can take your transparency and you can dim it down. But I think right now, what we have, I think is really good. Let me see. I wonder if I've got his name that I did. That way I can show you guys his name. I have that one, but that's not what I want. No, I've got the whole background. Dang it. Yeah, so I don't have his name that I actually made. It's with his entire border. For some reason I didn't separate it. I mean, I have this one, which I was thinking I could turn that way. And then we will downsize it to fit right there. We will move it. And we'll downsize it just a little bit more. There we go. May need to turn it back just a little bit. There we go. See, so right here is the best way I can show you guys. So right here, since it's already transparent, problem is if I take this out, you can't see nothing. I mean, you can, and it'll blend through, but it's really, really hard. So if you don't like that, just Control Z, blam. So I could cut the red out. But I like the red. I like the red though. So let me see if we can do something really different. So let's see if we can burn. No, that's not what I wanted. Value, no. Color. Yeah, it's not gonna work without a background. So new layer, plan. We'll just do white, and we'll go from there. So we'll paint this white. We'll move it back behind. We'll go bam, bam. We'll remove those again. Sorry guys, my kids are just being loud. We'll actually put that right in front of it. Turn this normal, and we'll merge this. We'll color. Look at that transparency. Color gray, light gray. Divide. Sometimes you just kind of got to go through and see what, if anything, you can actually take from the image. Like right here, I mean, it's kind of, to take the black would be extremely hard at this point in time, because it's all together. So unfortunately, trying to take from that would be extremely hard at this point in time. You could go through and you could make lines and basically just take and remove, so you'd have just the crazy with the the red outline and stuff like that, which isn't hard to do, but it's very, very time consuming. So we'll delete that. But like you could simply go through and say, okay, I want to remove some of this stuff, do a brush line, do a straight line, and then go. You got to get your size up, that way you can actually see. But you could end up taking and going, you know, like that, and removing things. And if you wanted to change where your cursor's at, you would just use the aspect ratio to make it a circle. Back to 0. We'll move this. That did the same thing. It's not supposed to do the same thing. See, now it's a circle for some weird reason, and it shouldn't be. Anyways, we're back to our line. There we go. So, the line there, and that curves it. There you go. That's where I was trying to go with it. So you could turn around, and you could go up to like the 400, which I would recommend making it as big as you possibly can. Turn around and say, okay, the bottom of my line I want right here. And then, you know, because the problem is you are never going to get a straight line using this program, because this is always going to have a little bit of a rounding to it. Turn around and say, okay, go to the, 80 I think it is. 80, yeah, about 80, and say, okay, we'll go right here. And then you always check the top of your stuff, because worst comes to worst, use the top layer, the top of your line, and remove. You know what I mean? So you could go like this. You're like, okay, this is kind of just a little bit, because you have to think the box. Or if you've got a straight hand, I mean, you could definitely just cut and copy and do everything that you need to do. But to remove is really, really hard because of that. The colors are blending together. So I really recommend, if you're going to do it, you can do it on Paint as well. If you go to Paint, because then you can manipulate your lines, and you can do all of that. And then you could put those lines in there, and then you could like put a white line around all of the boxes. And then you could come into this program, remove all of the black, and then you have the white, and then you would just turn around and do the layer like I show you guys, where you do the overlayer, and just simply remove it that way. There's different ways. Like I said, there's definitely different ways that you guys could do this. But learning the program is going to be your biggest thing for you to do. If you've got a good program to make words, I use flamingtext.com. Create your text, save your text, and then you could invert your text into here, turn around, move it, shape it however you want to do, and you can make it look the way that you want it to, and enjoy what you've got. But to try to show you guys what this is going on would be extremely hard, because it's a video that I have that's going to be in the background, and this is just going to be an overlay onto it, like you guys see how like my boxes are and stuff like that. Again, if you guys have any questions, drop a message down in the description or below the description, and either find me on Twitter or Discord or Facebook or any way that you can. Mixer.com/bornlucky is another way for you guys to find me if you guys need help or questions. But definitely, if you can, if you like this video and it was helpful, hit that subscribe button. I would definitely appreciate it, and we'll catch you guys next week with either more artwork or bloopers video from my gameplay or something else, okay? So you guys all have a wonderful evening.